Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. TGIF, yeah, y'all. We made it to Friday and then Saturday happened and now it's Sunday, but you know what time it is. It's time to pick a pile. So I'm going to pull 3 different numbers. I got 3 different piles in front of me. They're really eclectic looking now. They started out like all purple and black and magical and mysterious. And then some of these cards that I was adding, like I added more green and more white. And now it really seems like, wow, what is in these piles? So we hung out with basil today. This week we hung out with basil. I'm getting some basil oil today. We hung out with basil this week as our herb of the week. It was really good. We powered up this week. We powered up perfection, impeccability, alignment. We did a tarot reading about what is up with this love. We hung out with the trees, who of course told us to meditate for the 100th billionth time. And yeah, what else can I say? I brought together a circle of ladies this week. Of course, we're not going to always keep it just 2 ladies. I started a local meeting and really good energy in my life. However, I'm not going to lie to you. Whatever happened with the retrograde, as soon as the retrograde's over, that day or 2 afterwards, you're supposed to feel relief, but I always having the opposite effect to everything. Had a few days where a lot of my shadow was brought into my view, and there was some new moon vibes and just So anyways, I had a couple moments this week where I had to be honest with myself and just say, well, you're feeling like this. But then working with A Course in Miracles, let me shuffle these number deck and get some numbers what I'm talking about. Working with A Course in Miracles really is helping me so much. Again, our first pile that you get to pick from, first number is 93. And the Course in Miracles is helping me realize that I'm holy and so is everything that I lay my eyes on, truly. And that is my purpose, to demonstrate that. Second pile is hilarious enough, number 2. The second pile is number 2. And your third pile that you get to pick from this week, thanks again for hanging out with me at Ho. It was our 58th week, our 58th herb. I can't really say it was our 58th week because I think I did a ton. I think I did a ton of podcasts before we started doing an herb of the week. When I first started Ho, I had no routine, no schedule. And our third pile is 98. All right, so welcome back to Ho for the last one of basil as our herb of the week. You get to pick your favorite number, 93, 2, or 98. Dang, which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to pick? I don't even know which one I am. I don't know, maybe 2. Because I said that really lame. Did you listen to that lame joke that I said in the tree podcast yesterday? I'm not repeating it ever again. If you want to hear it, then you know where to find it. So maybe that one because it's different. And I said that stupid joke. And so many 2s. It's February. It's 2022. Big 2s. Big 2 number. Big 2 month. Now 93. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 is 1 plus 2. So this is essentially a 3 energy for the first one. And then let's do some math here. 9 plus 8 is 17, which reduces down to an 8. So 3, 2, or 8 might be another way to help you decide which one. The other way, if you are watching this video later, you could maybe be guided by are you drawn to a quartz crystal that looks like it's been through the fucking ringer. Rough days. That's why I picked it. It was just so, it looks like chewed on and rough and dropped and broken. And I just really was drawn to it. I feel like this is Blue Adventurine, and correct me if I'm wrong. I just received this last night as a gift. And this is chrysocolla and turquoise together. Freaking gorgeous. So anyways, you could do that. You could pick by stone or number 93, 2, or 98. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our rejuvenating herb of the week, basil. With self-confidence and inner mastery, I move forward with my choices in life. I am strong. I am courageous. I trust in the divine and know that everything will be all right. I release the struggle. I reconcile with the witch within. With self-confidence and inner mastery, I move forward with my choices in life. I am strong. I am courageous. I trust in the divine and know that everything will be all right. I release the struggle. I reconcile with the witch within. And so it is. All right, so if you pick the first pile, that's 93. We will get to that. That's with the quartz crystal. We got a little rat race card, or 52 ways to simplify your life. We're gonna have 2 cardamancy cards. We're gonna have a tree card, and flower magic and plant spirit and all that. Okay. Do I know how to sell it or what? All right, so here we go. 9 plus 3, 12. That reduces to a 3. 3 to me, the energy of the Trinity. And I've just always loved the number 3. 33 reminds me of Christ consciousness, Jesus. But I don't know what it's going to have for you today. Let's start off with our little dumb card. And it says, loosen your marbles. Loosen your marbles. So maybe if you pick this first one, you've been a little uptight lately this week, a little bit like, I don't know, too sane. Let's see what it says. It's possible to be completely serious about work and still have fun. You can retain your individual lighthearted spirit. Just choose carefully where and how to express those high jinx. If your office has a formal atmosphere, close the door before breaking into the jitterbug or doing the hokey pokey. This is terrible advice. When you need to release tension, I mean, everybody knows you do the hokey pokey on your desk in front of everybody. But anyways, when you need to release tension, twirl around in your office chair until you get dizzy. Take advantage of that conference call by shooting paper airplanes into the wastebasket. Okay, you can't do that anymore because we use Zoom. Don't get so wound up in your work that you can't be silly and laugh at yourself for 60 seconds a day. Keep knots in your stomach from turning into ulcers by indulging in moments of comic relief. Okay, so if you pick this first pile and this week, or maybe I don't know, maybe it's been longer than a week, you just feel like you've lost your sense of humor a little bit, you're getting a little too uptight, you're getting a little too serious, your first message is to loosen up. Loosen your marbles. Like, I mean, just be silly. Like, even if you just go into the bathroom and like stick your own tongue out at yourself in your reflection, like maybe just give yourself that moment of being like, what's up, bitch? And, just give yourself a good laugh. All right, loosen your marbles. All right, let's see I'm just going to jumble these things around today. All right, we've got 2 cardamancy cards. You've got the 5 of diamonds and the 8 of clubs with a gold raspberry. So the gold raspberry is fuzzy, fragile, and extremely sweet with honey honeyed apricot tones and just a subtle hit of tartness. Gold raspberry, what's up? Once ripe, it has a minimal shelf life. No kidding. Every time I see raspberries in the grocery store, I'm like, how did you get them here? Like, how are they still here? These are edible, findable, recognizable. Oh, findable says 0. Maybe they're not as easy to find. All right, so it's 8 of clubs. We'll look that up. And then you also have the 5 of diamonds. And there's an anchor on this card. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business because you're going to lighten up and start having fun at work. And in love. Quit being so serious with love. Like, if you can't joke around in love, I would say run. Run away from that. All right, so if there are a list of numbers like 11, 13, 29, 30, 31, and 35. If those numbers show up today, then there could be a breach of trust. If somehow we pull a dog, if this is near a dog, fidelity of the one you love. We might want to question if we are getting dogged. Dang. All right, we'll see. By the golden raspberry. It looks like a little pineapple. It really does, doesn't it? All right, so let me get my little notes here. The clubs are all about money, finances, diamonds, work-related, and deal with affairs out of the house. So that 5 of diamonds is business success and a contented family. So if you are feeling like your business life and your family life is getting a little bit or a little bit too edgy, then be the one. Be the one to take the initiative, to be a little silly, to lighten up, to chill the flip out. I'm trying to not say fuck today. Wish me luck. All right, now the clubs, you got the 8. See, that's about trouble in relationships, actually, business and personal, jealousy and greed. So I feel like, hey, if there's a little bit of trouble, your answer is to lighten up. You know, anchor in some fun. Anchor in some fun. All right, let's see what else we got here. I wanted to get a tree today, so we will see what you got going on here. Fern. It's hardly a tree. You hardly got a tree. You got a fern with the pile 93. So what I'm noticing like about this fern though, it's cool looking. And I feel like there's this flow of water coming out under it. Like it's growing out of rocks. So energy's moving. Maybe it is moving a little too fast and you need to anchor in, you know what I mean? But don't get too serious. Don't feel weighted down. You still need to have fun. So this deck is the Spirit of Nature Oracle. It's all about wisdom from the green man. And the fern, if I can just find it real quick, I just passed it. The fern in this deck says, the green man says, truth is the preserver of life. And folk names for the fern have ranged from treasure fist to death plant and death flower. So the fern has been used like good meanings to downright sinister meanings. Like it's hard to say because the ferns have been around forever, and you know, when they've used it to talk about thunder, they've used to talk about where treasures are buried. So what does the fern mean to you today? What do you want to anchor in? Yeah, it's not a tree at all, but somehow it's cool enough to get in this deck, and it has magical properties. So the fern is first seen as a preserver, offering shelter to those in need. And belief in its magical power is derived from the idea that the fern bloomed and produced seed for a brief period during the night of the summer solstice. All right, so na. Seeking neither to live nor to believe a lie underburdens the soul and allows truth to restore the quality of life. So the green man wisdom of this card suggests all of this and encourages us to face the truth and to preserve it. in turn discovering our own preservation underneath its cover. Whoa. So it's like the truth of who you are. You actually are more fun. Oh my God, I have a ton of text messages coming. The truth of you is you are way more fun than you've been letting you be. So yeah, you have challenges, but you've got to protect what you cherish. So fern seeds were said to be guarded by trolls who would try to snatch them away from anyone who persevered in their quest for wealth and magical powers. Interesting. All right, so truth is the preserver of life. Get back to what is true for you. All right, other flower coming in is Wiglia. Weigela. Weigela. It's Weigela. Sure, why not? It's this beautiful little pink flower. And it's almost on like a variegated plant leaf. Really cool looking. And it's about discover. So discover what it is that gets you having more fun in what you are doing. There is a young maiden on the front of this card with actually, if you look close, there is a bald eagle behind her. And she has her hand up to her forehead like she's looking off in the distance. And what is it that she wants to discover? Like just as the troll had to protect the seeds, like for these adventurers that wanted to discover more and find their power, what is it that you want? All right, so here is the poem from the Flower Magic Oracle deck. Life is a journey ready to be discovered. What will be found? What will be uncovered? Look inward first and then progress. Knowledge and wisdom you will possess. Explore, experience, and find new things. Keep your mind open and spread your wings. So yeah, we are all on a journey of discovery. We never stop learning. No matter how old you get or how old you're starting to feel in your job. I mean, some of y'all are not old, but you just work so hard. You've turned into old fuddy-duddies. You're just studying too hard. Maybe you're a student. Anyways, we are all always students. There's always new things to learn. There's definitely a difference in whenever you're learning something that you love and, maybe it's not what you want to be doing. So what do you love? What do you want to get into? Get out there and do some work. Do some inner work. Do some discovery. Not just scratching the surface, but get down, get dirty, get in with the ferns. What's under those ferns, those inner ferns for you? Now, you might not like what you see, but it will be beneficial to uncover it. Okay, so if you really observe yourself and be like, oh my God, I'm not even any fun to be with anymore. I don't even have fun with myself. Okay, fine. That's not fun to discover, but it was beneficial because now you have a starting point. You have something to work with and you're going to discover yourself more now. You're going to explore more. You can set off exploring. Maybe it's something new in your spiritual journey, a new pathway, a new hobby, a new friend, a new place to visit. I don't know, a new mindset, a new perspective. So anyways, there is a big old beautiful world out there. Go discover. Even if you spend 40 plus hours a week at a desk, you can still do inner discovery. You can still light it up wherever you're at. So yeah, that's what this flower is all about. What will you discover? Do you have a new project going on? It's time to bring in some new energy, new friendships, new partnerships, more love, more happiness, more success, more goddess in all her forms. Use this flower to find your inner truth and express yourself. Weigela is how you say it. Weigela. Weigela. I've never had it with near me. Anyways, it's probably because it's from the Far East. Anyways, let's just take off with the keywords: emotional expression, understanding your inner self, and speaking your truth. So that's a second truth message for you with the pile number 93. Wigilia is also coming in with a very underrated flower, ground ivy. This could also be like creeping Charlie or things like that. But ground ivy, recognition, service, and appreciation. So maybe part of your problem at work is that you don't feel like you've been recognized. You don't feel like what you're doing makes a difference, or a lot of like stuff goes unnoticed. So that could be maybe something that's pulled you down. But here's the secret with that. You cannot wait until someone else appreciates you. You have to give yourself that inner recognition. You have to give yourself appreciation first, and then really not even give a flying F if anyone else says anything to you or even notices what you've done good. And you know what? It's okay to toot your own horn. Like if you feel like what you have done is good, toot toot. I feel like that's allowed to be done. Now, when I look at this card about ground ivy, so she's lit up. Okay, she is totally lit up, and there's this like radiating circle of ground iviness all around her, and all this flowing, watery blue, green, a little bit of violet energy flowing into the earth from her. So that takes us back to the 5 of diamonds and anchoring in. What is it that you want to anchor in? To your family, to your work, to your discovery, into yourself. You're the one who's the conduit. If you're missing something in your life, it's because you're not anchoring it in. You can anchor in whatever it is that you want to. Like, you literally have the resources to do that. And if not, someone magical can teach you how to do that. All right, let's pick our last 2 cards for pile 93. This one is what did I say it was? Pure Magic Oracle. And your Pure Magic card is Songbirds. Hexbreaker, sound healing, final goodbye, release. But what I instantly saw is you singing and humming more at work. The whole like whistle while you work thing. Like I think that was like a Disney song when we were kids. Whistle while you work. You know what I'm talking about. The little like gnomes, or I don't know, Snow White and the 7 dwarves, Sadie. All right. So now we've got this like kind of like just be a good little worker, whatever it is that you're doing. Get excited about the day. Get excited that like you get to discover something new about yourself today, that you have a job, that you might get to see a fern today. I don't know what it is, but it's like, I know that I personally need to work on this. Waking up in a better, more inspired production mood. Like instead of waking up to like, what's the point of life? We need to start anchoring in the point of life for us. And yeah, of course, it's going to be bringing in more light and more fun and more golden raspberries. All right, so that's pile number 93. I'm going to send you off with an attunement, and you're getting sent off with courage, which makes Basil, our herb of the week, very happy, because Basil definitely wants you to be strong and courageous. And that's exactly what you get to leave with this good, hot, red energy. And the affirmation says, I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. I am light and I remain light. I trust in God and stand tall before the tests of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am a being of new life. And so it is. Moving on to the second pile, number 2. Hey, I took phone call and decided to check the mail again for the 3rd time. And guess what got here? The basil oil. I got organic basil oil, and it's by Cliganic. I guess like organic, but it also wants to make it look fancy. I don't know. Let's see. How do I get in this beast? Here we go. Basil oil for our herb of the week. Oh my goodness. Certified organic. I'm so excited to open this up with you and have a little sniffy sniff. Yep. There it is. It's herbaceous and uplifting and fresh smelling basil oil. So yeah, I can definitely smell how that would be nice in like a hair oil, scalp, hair growth, and good for headaches. Yeah, and I just want to say I love basil oil and homemade soap. All right, so anyways, I got my basil oil. Good deal. I don't even really need to put it back in the box. And then also what came in the mail was the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck. So I will probably be doing an unboxing video on my YouTube. I think it's really cool. This is the first deck that it opens at the bottom. It's 1 to wither, 1 to grow, 1 for the seed and 1 for the crow. I don't think that's how you say that one word. But anyways, it's a botanical oracle deck that centers on the cycle of sowing and harvest. And what's cool about this one is there's 2 guide booklets. There's 55 cards and 2 guide booklets. So anyways, next week, next Friday for sure, and maybe even throughout the week, I don't know what kind of cards there are. Probably herb cards. Maybe next week when we hang out with oregano. We're doing oregano next week. Maybe there will be an oregano card in there. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck is here by Fez Inc. Right. I'm pretty excited about that. So fun. All right. So did you pick a number 2? Did you number 2 today? Do you know where number 2 pencils come from? Okay, if not, check out the Tree podcast yesterday. All right, moving on. Focus. We've got gifts. We've had phone calls. We have eaten a muffin, and now we are going to do pile number 2, and it is the second pile. Funny, haha. There's that beautiful blue stone that comes with it, and I want to say it's blue aventurine. I might be so wrong on that though. Okay, so did you pick the middle pile? Your first card is about daily escapes. Daily escapes. And I'm just making myself laugh by seeing you take an extra long number 2 because you just need a little time to yourself. Yeah. But anyways, this is all about building sensory pleasures into your workday so you can have moments of calm. Even if your work is not calm, very frantic environment, then you need to take a walk at lunch. You need to sneak on down to the farmer's market during your lunch break. You need to just go outside, notice beautiful colors and textures of the produce or the plants or the flowers or the grass or whatever. Get out of the office, even if just for 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe bring some flowers into your office. And now that I have a desk job, I was thinking I really want to just like buy myself flowers every week because I want to. What else can we say? Maybe bring in a sprig of jasmine or a few chocolate cosmos in a bud vase on your desk and let the scent distract you for a few moments. Or like bring in some essential oils into your life. Even in this desk that I'm sitting at right now, there's oils in there for me just to crack open and smell. And I should definitely also do that at work. Maybe you want like a picture on your desk, a postcard, a scenery, some type of something to indulge in the sensory every day. Do something to indulge in your senses, and then it also helps reduce the possibility of burnout. And then you won't feel like you really need the big vacation, because every day you take little vacations. You get outside for your break. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, so let's see here. Remembering to do little sensory breaks, and treat yourself to that indulgence, and definitely buy yourself flowers. Okay, so you've got some interesting cardimacy cards. If you pick the second middle pile, which is number 2, you're going to get the 9 of spades with amethyst deceiver. It's a purple looking mushroom on the 9 of spades. And you're also getting the 4 of hearts with a fish. Yeah, you got a fish. So let me grab the notes here before I tell you about these 2 cards. I just want to tell you that the 4 of hearts has a message of changes, a trip or a move, and late in life marriage. So it could be that, and coming in with the 9 of spades, bad luck in all things, depression and low energy, destruction, deaths, extreme anxiety. So yeah, maybe you really do need a vacation, or you do need to implement ways to do self-care every day, get your anxiety under control. Like, instead of thinking like, I'm stuck here all freaking day and I'm depressed and I have no energy, then get your butt outside. Get your butt outside. I'm telling you what, anxiety, you got anxiety, go outside. You can breathe easier outside, 100% for sure. But this amethyst deceiver, its color strength changes depending on weather conditions. So it could be pale lilac if it's dry. It could get deep purple when it's wet. It's often found among fallen leaves and woodland. Amethyst deceiver is edible, the caps only, although smell and taste are not distinctive. So what's interesting is your daily escape card. It has like paper clips all around it, but it's purple. So you got like 2 purple vibing cards, and then you have some orange, purple and orange coming in with the 2 and the fish. Now the fish is the emblem of riches through stalks, but if distant, it foretells failure and disaster. Interesting. So maybe you don't really know. Some days it's good, some days it's got bad. Maybe you are going to get finally a vacation, but like you feel like you're so overdue. It's like exhaustion setting in, and now anxiety. But like you could have a better outcome with your daily, but that's going to require you making a few small changes. All right, let's see what your tree is. You got elder. Ugh. Well, look at that face. I know, so scary. Elder can be about our dark shadows. It can be about what we want to run away from. So I would say, you know how I was like, well, I don't really know if it's good or bad. Now that you got the elder, I would say you're depressed and you're full of overwhelmment, full of number 2 in your life. You're just sick of it, maybe. A little bit burnt out for sure. Let's look in the book though, and see what elder has to say. Don't know where it's at. But yeah, that face is like tortured looking. If you can just take my word for it, like it's just old. Now, it doesn't mean that it's tortured. Like some things just end up looking old. I actually have to look and see what page elder's on. It's hiding. It's on page 77, master number. Elder, Green Man Wisdom says, from sacrifice comes restoration. So you have been sacrificing, and that is essential, right? If you want something sometimes, but you also need to take care of yourself, right? So we give what is worthy, honoring our most holy ones and acknowledging the reality of the unseen side of life, which is often ignored, neglected, So we do not give out of fear or in appeasement, but to make space in our daily lives for the divine. For we believe that if we do so, the divine will make way for us. Sacrifice is a way of generous and unselfish giving to the whole of the universe without expecting anything in return. Nothing is gained without something being lost. However, we should bear this in mind when considering this aspect of the oracle. So the green man is pointing out that if we sacrifice something, the universe gives it back in greater measure. That what we give up is restored in many ways. So when considering a change in direction, which you did get a lot of that changes going on here, when you have a change in direction, remember that if we make a sacrifice, it might well mean that we will be blessed many times over. So if you feel like you've just given up a lot, I think like now it's time to just remind the universe, hey, remember you need to give back to me now. Right? It's time to give back. Okay? And, part of that really is going to be like making sure that you get taken care of. All right, let's see what flower we have. So far, this message really is pretty shitty. Okay. You got crone magic. Yeah, you are feeling pretty, like life is, you've sacrificed enough that like now you're this old energetic crone. But in that energy, you will tap into some serious wisdom. Now, crone magic's coming in with echinacea, like the brightest, reddest, pinkest echinacea that we've got. And the old crone magic, there is a woman on there, but she may be pretending to be old, but she is not. She is not. So if you've been sacrificing and really feeling like it's made you feel more like the elder tree that just looks like, oh man, death, walking death, let's get that vibe into more witchy crone magic and really make this sacrifice that you've done work for you. So echinacea says, she is ancient, she is wise. This crone magic tells no lies. Seek her out, hear her word, and keep a note of all you heard. Pay heed and act upon her advice. Listen to her well, or pay the price. So, whoa, we've got a feisty, dark, and sometimes grumpy little bit of goddess here. Okay, we should all be able to relate to this aspect of the crone. But what we want to remember is this crone has a huge resource of magic that she will lend to you if you ask nicely. So we've got side by side crone energy. Elder is 100% crone energy. 100% about wisdom, ancient knowledge, connection to our ancestors. And right now the crone has some wise words for you. And you want to listen and you want to heed her guidance. And if you don't, it's like the amethyst deceiver. Remember, it's edible, the caps only. So make sure you're paying attention to directions because you don't want to eat the stem. Caps only. Listen to her advice and then tap into the power of echinacea to use it. So yeah, sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need to lean on others. Sometimes we need to lean and ask for help from the unseen. And you can ask for them to lend you more power. You don't have to do everything on your own. So many times, Daniel Scranton and the 9D Arcturian, they're like, could you let us do the heavy lifting, please? Like, why do you little humans feel like you have to work so hard? Spirit has your back. You don't have to make it all happen. Like, you can say what you want and let your spirit team do the heavy lifting. Get it in alignment. Get that fish flourishing. You don't want a belly up fish, right? Let spirit guide you to the things that are best for you. And yeah, all of this is a message that, yeah, life is hectic, it's grueling, it's like Jesus F, like I need a break. And it is okay to focus on yourself. It's okay to step into the stillness of the dark and just be. It's okay, like the trees said yesterday, to take time to meditate. So get that deep healing from within. It could be the start of a whole new you, which is all exactly what the trees said yesterday. So the echinacea, this is also called cone flower. It lends itself to all kinds of crone magic, wisdom, inner strength, ancestors, fulfillment, death, rebirth, shadow work, power. So bring in echinacea right now. I think it's a great time of year. If you have made echinacea tincture from the summer, take it for a few days. Why the heck not? Everybody's just sneezing everywhere, and maybe you need to bring echinacea. Maybe you can find some at the florist shop or Aldi's or something. Like, bring echinacea into the house to draw prosperity and protection. Ooh. All right. So definitely good old crone magic coming in with New England aster. So there's definitely some darkness up here on the top row, as you can see if you're on YouTube. New England aster. Fortune, stars align, action. It's time for some change. And this little purple asters are so cute because we got the amethyst deceiver mushroom. I like that. And just trust a little bit. Ask for help. Ask for help from elder and echinacea and mugwort. So you also have mugwort dreams, rhythm, higher self, reality, rest. This really is a message like, yeah, you've been sacrificing, you've been working so hard, you need a break, you need to go within, you need to go into the unseen, you need to go into your dreams, you need to be under the stars, you need to hang out with crones, you need to connect with your inner crone. Echinacea, elder, mugwort, New England aster, and hopefully no floating fishes. All right, so how do you want to escape today? You want a little walk on your lunch break? You want a little mugwort dreaming, a little crone magic? Want a little fortune coming in? But you got to do something. You've got to do something to get those stars to align for you. That's why aster has action on it too. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do everything. There's this one song that I love. It's this guy rapping. He's like, I don't do the most, but I do a lot. It cracks me up. So you don't have to do it all. You already do a lot, and that's enough. And now it's time to just let those stars align and let that magic come in. All right, so I'm leaving you with an activation of unconditional love. So regardless of where you're at with your life with this number 2 pile, you got to love yourself and everyone else through the eyes of Source. You really do. Don't be blaming. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be like, I've done too much. I haven't done enough. Oh my God, you're right. I should be taking breaks at work. You're right. I need to connect. No, just be where you're at now and move forward and say, my heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people, and I see the pure child in everyone. And I practice forgiveness. So it is. So yeah, a lot of this old, stagnant, making you feel tired energy, making you feel like a belly up fish, it might be because you've been a little bit resentful. So whether it's mugwort, crone magic, just praying that the stars have aligned, Ask for what you need so that you can release and forgive and discover light and beauty in every being. See the pure child in everyone, including yourself. Okay, we made it to our third pile. This is number 98. Remember, 9 plus 8 is 17. 1 plus 7 equals 8. Did I do that right? Yeah, the energy of 8. So hopefully this one's more uplifting. The last two ones, like, well, number 2 was really felt like number 2. I didn't like that read. I didn't really like that pile at all. The first one, I don't know, discovering more of ourselves. That was a little more hopeful. All right, let's see if this last pile can, like, I don't know, get us excited. I was going to say for the weekend, but the weekend's over. In my head, it is Friday, you guys, but it's Sunday. It's Sunday, yeah. All right, so 98. All right, looking more fun already. We have a clown sitting at a desk, and it says personalize work. So I'm wondering if this one's going to jive like with that first pile that said like you need to start being a little more silly at work and have fun. But this is literally a clown sitting at a desk, and it says, is the cubicle or office you inhabit indistinguishable from your neighbors? It can be a challenge to stay inspired in the face of sterile and impersonal environments. So without sacrificing functionality, try adding some individual touches. And this makes me laugh because, like I said, I have a desk job now. And there I am sitting at my desk, the freaking clown that I am. But no, my boss was like, yeah, go ahead and make the desk yours, you know. And I'm thinking, I just want it to be clean, like nothing on it. And that is kind of me. But I think bringing in flowers on my desk will be perfect. And I'm gonna really have to ask myself to stay true to my promise to me. Alrighty, so maybe you want a picture of friends, family, flowers, something fun. This says Mardi Gras beads from that New Orleans vacation can dangle from the desk lamp. So maybe something fun. Keep some of your favorite herbal tea or special coffee in a desk drawer for those late nights. Yeah, I have a whole desk drawer on my desk, like the biggest drawer. Snacks, tea, chai, got my mug there, gum, chocolate, and just a little more chocolate, gummy bears. Oh yeah, I'm a professional snacker now, and it's good. So you spend a lot of time at work. You deserve a few creature comforts and a bit of personal expression. So love that. Good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's see what cardamom seed we get. We've got a morel and 7 of spades with clouds. Are those clouds? And we have the 10 of spades. So we've got 2 spades coming in with 98. And I know a lot of people harvest morels. They are one of the most desired wild mushrooms in the world. Every spring, mushroom enthusiasts, foraging chefs, and an ever-growing group of commercial harvesters hunt the little forest treasures. So pretty awesome. And then your 7 of spades, clouds with the dark side toward the person, indicates divorce. The bright side toward the person ensures domestic happiness. Uh-oh, you guys. Is this the dark side? You're going to get a divorce from that clown. I don't know. Let's see what our paperwork says. 2 spades. Spades are all about roadblocks. And 7 and 10. 7 of spades says friendship is lost, unexpected burdens, warning against loss. 10 says misfortune and worry, imprisonment, unwelcomed news. That's like a messed up message to come in with that freaking forest treasure. All right, let's just leave that there and see what tree we've got. Honeysuckle. Okay, I'm not even going to listen to those spades right now because we've got this irresistible honeysuckle tree, which is a lot of times like a bush, but they can get pretty big for sure. And let's see what this little book has to say about the honeysuckle. I know the honeysuckle's in The Magic of Flowers by Tess Whitehurst, and that has like an irresistible message. Like, you are attracting what you desire. But this one, the Green Man says, wisdom hides in secret places. Wisdom hides in secret places. Whoa. So this is about mysteries. This is about preserving the power of the mysteries, the point of divine interaction with the everyday world. This is about practices and rituals flowing out of the teachings that have maybe been hidden. This is about initiation, shining light into the darkness of the soul. Illuminated the innermost longings of humankind. So this is like, where are these little morals? Where is this little bit of magic wisdom that it's there? It's just kind of hard to find sometimes. Honeysuckle suggests that wealth of meaning lies hidden, waiting to be uncovered and explored. So honeysuckle folklore centers around love and courtship. It is famous, honeysuckle's famous for its climbing properties. And what else can I say about it? Passage through one of these mazes, like, I don't know, the labyrinths of the ancient world or something, has a message of initiatory journey, leading from a state of divine ignorance to one of experience. So the secrecy of the honeysuckle becomes the quest for secret knowledge. All right, so honeysuckle's coming in with like secret knowledge. There's like a big old, it almost looks like a hummingbird moth, which would make sense. They would probably love to feast on the honeysuckles. And I don't know what that has to do yet with these spades. I really want to ignore these spades for you. I do. But of course, let's just see where the rest of the cards lead us. All right, you got all heal, self-heal, prunella, vulgaris, and you've got fire, which look pretty cool around all this. You got, but there, look at this, a lot of hot, warm energy. A lot of hot, warm energy for sure. Health, healing, recovery, passion, energy, movement, initiation, discovery, getting these clouds to move, discovering inner wisdom, discovering treasures, discovering more of a personalized life for you, your passion, your healing, your recovery. It like literally doesn't matter what anyone else's looks like. You know, this is inner self-love. This is forgiveness. This is healing. These are real. This all heal. This prunella vulgaris. She's really underappreciated. She does a lot. She really, really does a lot. And, you know, she's overlooked. But it doesn't matter. Like, you take care of you. Get that passion. Get that energy. Get that fire. Discover. Inner discovery. All right. Very cool. And this is all coming in with faith, with Iris. So yeah, you have to believe in yourself enough to be irresistibly drawn to your own healing journey and your own passions and your own energy, and having faith that all of that is right for you. Iris says, faith is something to hold dear, so keep your connection near. Have faith in yourself and those with you. Know that things will come true. Life lessons, the Ten of Spades, life lessons are sent to try. Your faith will help you to fly high. So whatever stuff the 7 and 10 of spades could be bringing in, those obstacles, faith is going to help you get through. There's always hope. The tide is always turning. Things are always changing. There's so much movement, especially when we have fire, the element of fire here. But you have to have faith in yourself and those who support you. So believe in your abilities. Oh, whether you believe or not that everything happens for a reason, like some events really are just unexplainable. So the best way to deal with them is to have hope, have faith, and keep your connection. Keep your connection to your faith. You have come out the other side, possibly a bit bruised and battered, but definitely having learned something. Life is full of lessons. And yeah, each one will keep reappearing in our healing journey until we learn from it. Listen to what the universe is trying to tell you. Because if you ignore it, the cycle will repeat. That's kind of what the crones were saying last time too. Like, we're trying to get through to you. Please listen to us. If not, it just comes back around, back around, back around. So just have the faith to be like, I acknowledge this particular lesson. I accept it. I'm going to learn from it. And for the love of friggin' God, I'm going to try not to repeat it. So it's like, yeah, let's get it going on now. Let's get this energy, like what I was talking about with the trees the other day. Like, I just want this stagnant stuff to get moving. Okay. All right. Well, then you have to really up your faith right now. Up your self-confidence, up your hope, up your wisdom. Ask for help if you need it, right? The iris wants you to rely on your friendships, rely on your business relationships, your romantic relationships, and your relationship with the divine. Increase your spiritual awareness so that, yeah, you can get the results that you truly want and truly need. Not just what you think you want, but actually the lesson that you need. All right, awesome. So the pure magic card coming in is Baraka, Baraka. Baraka. So now we do have this fist saying, yes, power, strength, force, expansion. That's like a long way from the clown at the desk. Like, we just brought flowers to our desk and we like went harvesting for a few morels and we like found them and we're like good and we got the clouds moved away and we did our healing and now we have faith and fire and energy. And now we're like standing there like a honeysuckle, irresistible magnet to the universe with all this power and strength and force and expansion because we went inward and we did our real work. And now we are a force to be reckoned with. Not that we're going to use it for damage, but it's just like now we can have whatever it is that we want and whatever it is that we need. You know what's interesting? This is the third card that I pulled from this deck for this hangout today. And I never once opened up the guidebook for the other ones, but this one I'm going to. Baraka, Baraka, I'm guessing. There is a power that radiates from all living beings in varying degrees of force and clarity. So different languages have different words to identify this power. The Polynesians refer to it as mana. According to the Yoruba, a prominent language group of Western Africa, it's known as Akse. In Morocco, this power is called Baraka. And in other areas of the Islamic world, some variation might be used. And of course, Sadie will mispronounce them all. This force is a holistic power. It does not acknowledge the splits between spirit and matter that we as humans may perceive, but it just sees everything as a whole. So this is a positive power, a benevolent force. This power can be transmitted. It's contagious. It can be expanded. And it can also be lost. So yeah, if you're feeling constantly drained and frustrated and things don't work out for you, if it's lacking fun and joy and a spark, you might need more of this Baraka power. Yeah, you might have a little bit of a deficiency. So if you can recognize this power in another person, like being in their presence, you feel strengthened and empowered. A lot of times you can get that from just going outside and being with Mother Nature and Mother Earth, right? Remember, Faith and Iris said, appreciate and believe in the people around you too. So these people that can uplift us, call on them now. Call on them now to be part of your journey. Like, it's okay to ask for help. So Mother Earth does have this power. And it says, although a mighty source, she is not without her limits. So magic gives us the ability not just to focus and receive blessings, but to give back to the earth energetically and spiritually. Have your power, right? Your power is unique. And when you can express your power positively, you become an asset to the earth. Whoa, so how else do you get this Baraka energy? You know, that's a question I have. And it's probably just getting outside, putting down our devices, and, you know, getting definitely into nature. I think that's why we got these morels to harvest. We bring in flowers to our desk, maybe some irises, appreciating the weeds, appreciating the honeysuckle, getting whatever it takes to have more movement, passion, and energy and baraka in our life. Yeah, get a little wild, get into the wild even for a little while. And then, yeah, once you do all this good, you know, it comes back to you. It goes back to the earth. You enrich yourself. You enrich Mother Nature. You enrich the people that have given to you. So this is your magic, your life, your choice, and your responsibility. Are you ready to reclaim your power? Are you just going to be a clown at a desk? You know, you can still be the clown at the desk and do what you got to do for your work week. But, you know, do you want to do it powerfully with fire and passion and health and healing and faith, or not? It's really up to you. Okay. And all of this will ultimately lead to you shining light. Yeah. That's who you want to be. Look at how that pulls out the fire and the sun and the maple leaf. Shining light. My desire to improve myself transforms fear into strength. I raise my thoughts above doubt and find faith in the goodness of the universe. I love and accept myself as a soul, and I discover the light that dwells in me. So be it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me another week at Ho. Yeah, if your life has been feeling a little bit less than shiny, a little bit like, what circus do I belong in? This is just drudgery. Then it is your responsibility to get that passion and energy and fire and healing and love and good fortune back into your life. You really don't have to do that much. You don't have to do, I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I mean, all you have to do is let the universe know you're ready for a change of energy. Tweak a little this, a little of that, and then the good energy really does begin to flow. We had crone magic today. We had ground ivy. We had self-heal. We had irises. We had ferns. We had honeysuckles. We had the elder tree. We had a lot of energy coming in. A lot of healing. And I think that's probably what we need to discover most. What do we need to do to go within us now to do the changes that are necessary to really improve our lives? And definitely 100% start seeing the magical in the mundane.